by the obviously authentic channel. My name's Leah, that's spelled Lea and not Leah. And we're going to be talking about Real Housewives of New Jersey. So you know how we like to do person by person, and then we like to sum it all up in the end. So I guess we can start off with Teresa, since it opened up with Teresa. So basically, Teresa's leaving the Mother Day event. It's really Mother Day-esque event at Jennifer's house. And all the ladies feel bad. Later on in the episode, everyone's been talking about Teresa and her new man. Like, everybody want to know who she messing with. Like, Joe even let it out the bag that, like, Teresa's in love and they're in love and all that stuff. We also see her go to, like, a house that Michelle, the realtor, shows her. It's actually a really nice house. It was really modern. I didn't understand where they were going to put the pool, because she said we could put an infinity pool here, but I was just like, I don't think they showed the landscaping very well, because I was like, where would you put a pool here? But the cool thing was, like, the basement was fully, like, done, and it had a full bath and stuff like that. And basically, Teresa FaceTimed Gia. Gia loved the house. She loved that the basement was fully done, and that could be, like, her own little, like, apartment spot. So she liked the home, but Teresa was just like, I want to see other homes. Although Melissa let it be, not Melissa, well, I won't keep calling the girl Melissa. Michelle let it be known that a lot of people are interested in her home. And then, they showed us a flashback of the kids moving into the home when it was 2009, I think. That's when they moved in. I don't know. The house seemed very dark when they did the flashback. So I'm happy that they're moving to a new place. They probably, like Teresa said, her parents wanted her to sell the home so she could have a new start. So I hope she moves and they do have a new start. We don't get to see her new man, but I did see pictures. I think the new man is the pool dude that she was, like, flirting with the earlier episodes. But Joe said the guy seems to be very sweet and kind, and, like, he has a big heart. He wears his emotions on his sleeves, and he's very loving. So he's happy for Teresa, although he was running his mouth during this episode when he wasn't supposed to. Then we get to Dolores. So we're still at the, like, event. The food, side note, at Jennifer's house looked really good. Jennifer opens her big mouth about Dolores and David's situation based off what the medium says. And Dolores was kind of annoyed with it because she didn't tell her mom that. It seems like the mom's perception of David has changed. Like, in the beginning, she seemed to really like him, but now it's kind of like, he alright. I think a lot of people feel like David is just, like, dragging Dolores around, because Dolores wants a ring, but I don't think Dolores wants to. She doesn't want to say it. I don't know why. I mean, I feel like I don't believe in, like, I don't know. This is my thing. If you don't want to be married, I think that's fine. I think it's fine if you don't want to be married and then you meet somebody and y'all both agree to those terms where y'all like, we don't have to be married as long as y'all can have like an Oprah and Stedman thing. I think that's fine. But if you want to be married, I don't think you should settle to be with someone who isn't willing to give you that. Because I think you end up resenting that person because you want that. That's just me. But all the older moms, like all the moms were telling the girls to leave her alone. Because they were like, if she wants to leave, she'll leave. She even let us know that, like, when she was 9 months pregnant, she kicked Frank out the house. So, like, if she wanted to deuce out, she would leave. She seemed to be okay. I think she in denial, low-key. But, yeah. Because I feel like if you want to be married, you want to be married. I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. So, we see while they're having the tea time, the men end up going golfing. A little cute, weird frat boy moment. Frank ends up kissing Joe's butt because he lost the bet. And that's when Joe lets it out of the bag that Teresa is dating somebody and she's in love. Back at the house, we see Jennifer brings up the whole thing about her mom and dad living separately. And she wanted to say something because we end up finding out that we already knew Dolores and her dad, Dolores' parents, were separated, but like happily married because they had been living apart. But Jackie's mom and dad don't live together and they're happy together. So I think Jen was really trying to let her mom know it's okay that y'all live apart. Y'all could be happy living apart. And the mom is happy living apart, but she cares too much about like the public perception, I guess, in the Turkish community about what it looks like with her not being with her husband. And I'm like, girl, you got one foot in the grave. Like, I wouldn't give a sugar honey iced tea. Like, on some real, y'all, like, I wouldn't. Like, if I'm happy being alone and I gave you 48 years of my life, I'm going to be alone. Like, screw you, bro. Screw you. So, we continue. What else? Frat boy, Melissa. Oh, Dolores. Let's get back to Dolores. Dolores gets her biopsy. Thankfully, it's benign, so there's no cancerous tumors. But she was actually scared. But she was talking about how she feels like everything she has is like in the right place. Like, she's happy with Frank, her ex-husband, being in her life as her friend. She's happy with David. She's happy with her kids. And I guess getting the notion of like maybe she might have cancer based off of her biopsy made her like put things into perspective. So I guess we can move over to Melissa's house. Michelle's house is actually really nice. I don't know what the dress code was. I guess the dress code was like black or something, or like muted colors, because Jackie looked the part, although her outfit was skimpy. And Teresa wore black. Teresa looked really pretty. Marge looked pretty. Dolores was like, Dolores looked kind of like motherly. But then you have Melissa in a hot pink dress, and then Joe was wearing a white sweater when everybody else had on like suit jackets on, like with blazers on. So I was like, were y'all trying to be seen? And then I love Jennifer's outfit, like the red, like the red little crop top-ish sweater with the cute little red and white dress. It was really cute. But I was like, that doesn't seem to be the theme of this party, because everybody else is in black. But Jennifer looked cute. I didn't like Melissa's outfit, but like everybody was drunk. I don't think Jennifer was drunk, or Marge was drunk, but Jackie was tipsy. So was Melissa, because Melissa was like looking down Teresa's shirt, calling her a hoe because she didn't have on no panties. Joe was drunk. And it was just, I was like, y'all are way too drunk to like to be at somebody's house. Like, it's different if this was your house. Like, you don't have to drive home or Uber home. But like, y'all are like drunk. And it's not cute to be that old and that drunk. So, they get on the topic. So basically, David bought Dolores a Porsche. It was a nice Porsche. But like, Margaret, Jackie, and Melissa were talking to what's it called? We're like talking to like Evan, which is Jackie's husband, and then they brought in Michelle's husband, and they were asking like, what does it mean if a guy buys you a car instead of a ring? And both men were like, he's stalling or he's postponing it. And that's basically what it is. And I kind of agree with Jackie when because Dolores got upset. Basically, they were all at the table eating. Teresa left to go get a booty call. But they're all at the table, like, eating an hors d'oeuvres. And they start questioning Dolores about her situation with David. Then all of a sudden, Joe's stupid behind with his drunk self was like, Dolores is a broken woman. Frank ruined her. And then Dolores calls Joe a Neanderthal. And then Frank is looking like, bro, shut up. Like, you doing too much. And then Dolores was like, I'm not going to be taking advice from a guy who got mad at his wife for walking in front of him. So then he was like, a real man expresses his emotions. So I'm okay. Like, I don't care how I look because I told her how I felt. And then it just got out of hand after there, because then Marg was like, what's it called? Joe was being very chauvinistic, which he was, because he basically was making himself like the center of the argument. But I got where both Joe and Dolores was coming from. If Dolores says she's happy, until she tells y'all she's not happy, then everybody just need to lay off of it. But like Jackie said, Dolores has given mixed signals because you told us you wanted to be married. You wanted a ring, and now you're saying you're okay with that. So a lot of people feel like you're just settling for whatever. And I think the girls don't want her to settle, but they're also being very intrusive and need to back up off her. Because if she tells y'all she happy, let her come to y'all and tell y'all she's not happy with the situation. And I got where Joe was saying. Joe was just like, girl, you in denial. But Joe didn't have a right to say that because let it go. But then again, he was drunk. Like, Melissa was drunk. Melissa was making the Chrissy Teigen face of the face like that because she was like, it was awkward. Then Dolores gets mad and was like, told everybody to go F themselves, F all of y'all. And then Frank is leaving the house with her because she like, Frank, I'm ready to go. They get into the Uber and he was like, why are you yelling at me? I ain't do nothing. And she was like, just give me 5 minutes of silence because she was frustrated. So we'll figure out what's going to happen next episode. It was an okay episode. I just think like Melissa and Joe just look gross. That's sloppy. Like, Melissa was annoying. Like, her looking down Teresa's shirt. I was like, girl, I would have mushed you and been like, get out my personal space. But yeah, that's it, y'all. Remember to be bravely authentic. Yeah, just I hope when you see this, you're having a good day, a good night, a good whatever. If the sun's up, if the sun is down, I just hope you're having a positive day.